In 1997, in Toronto, they held a festival of new Jewish culture called Ashkenaz. We recorded almost all of the music, the poetry, the panels on DAD and cassette tape. A few weeks later, we had most of it online, and it's still online today. Musicians at that time put all of their materials on the new social media sites, GeoCities, Tripod. All of them are gone today. But the recordings that were made for Ashkenaz are still available because somebody took the time to process them, put them online, and maintain those websites. Today, things are faster. They move more quickly, more easily, but we still do the same thing. We record it, we connect it to the computer, we download it to the computer, we upload it to YouTube or something, and then it's saved somewhere for as long as it's available. If you go and look for CLES Canada, you'll find 2007 clip, a 2009 clip, and another clip whose year I'm not sure of. There are 100 clips from CLES Canada. Some of them are relevant to something. There should be a better way. What if you could take your camera or your mobile device and send it right to an archive and share it also on YouTube? There should be an app for that.
If this year has taught us anything, it's that the smartphone can be a tool of democracy. At JWA, we're really excited to harness that power to democratize history and to make it possible for anyone to document the historical moments that we live every day. With the JWAShare app, anybody with a smartphone will be able to contribute to the narrative of the Jewish people. In the wake of the recent New York marriage equality decision, here's one way I could imagine using this app. If I were at a marriage equality rally, I would take photos and video of the Jewish activists around me and upload them to JWA.org, where they would become part of the historical record of American Jewish activism. But I wouldn't stop with public activism. I would also want to capture the private moments that are part of history, like my lesbian friend's wedding later this summer in New York, which will be one of the first legal Jewish weddings in New York State. I would upload those pictures to Facebook too, but there they'd only be visible to my friends and their friends, and they'd get lost in the constant stream of updates. I want those historical moments to become part of a lasting record that historians, and maybe someday even my own kids, will look to understand the role of Jews in American social change. I'm so inspired by the Jewish social justice tradition, and I want to document Jewish activism today so that future generations can be inspired too. The JWAShare app is a 21st century tool to make that possible.
Every year, my family has 2 or 3 big gatherings where we're all together and we'll be talking, and suddenly somebody will start telling a story. A lot of times it's an embarrassing story about somebody or something that's very specific to us and our family history, but other times it's something about the founding days of Hadassah or something about my great-grandparents' immigration here, and those are part of a much larger historical picture. With this app, I can capture video of somebody telling a story and immediately post it to JWA and tag it to connect it to other snippets of stories in this larger historical narrative. By clicking a button, I can instantly share it on Facebook and tag my cousins in it, and we can comment on it, and they can share it with other people. Another incredible thing about saving and sharing stories in this way is that they'll be preserved much better and much longer. A few times we've recorded my Savta telling stories, and I think now all of those recordings are on some backup CDs or DVDs in my parents' attic. With this app, JWA can be the conduit between people's personal collections and this sort of larger community-wide historical resource. Plus, because the Library of Congress archives all of JWA's materials, even our kids and our grandkids can come back and find these videos and photographs later. That has incredible potential to connect communities.